Yo, okay, so spontaneous video on mastery and proficiency in any field of study, whether that be emotional health, physical health, whether you're playing the guitar, you want to get really good, all these kind of things. Mastery, generally, I can only speak from my own experience on it, and quite frankly, it takes time. It's a long time to master anything. It takes a long time, but you have to be prepared. You have to be prepared for the long time it takes to master anything. You have to push through, you have to keep taking action, you have to build on your base of knowledge, and you have to not be disappointed and give up. That's the key. Mastery of anything, physical health, I'm talking to most people here, emotional health, it takes time. It takes time, energy, proficiency, never giving up, and it's a mindset thing, especially at the beginning. It's a mindset. You say, I'm going to take action, I'm never going to give up. I'm just going to keep going, building on my base of knowledge, keep fasting this physical health, in emotional work, keep doing your affirmations, keep doing, facing your fears. If you're scared of shit, you got to face it, right? You just got to keep plugging away. Now, I can speak on this because I'm into physical health 2.5 years. I'm 10 years now into self-improvement. 10 years ago, if you could see me at my low point, I was a shocking, very low confident person. Who was scared of life and scared of people and couldn't go outside the house without freaking out. I was a fear-based human being, at lower self. Nothing wrong with me. I'm not judging myself. It was just who I was at the time. But I was very needy, weird, and antisocial, and I couldn't learn. I didn't know how to give value to people. I didn't know how to be normal at all. I didn't know how to normally socialize with normal people. I didn't know how to. We're at the stage I am now where I consider I've got like a bit of proficiency of emotional health, self-improvement, especially, and physical health too. It took a while, man. What I'm trying to say is it took 10 years. This year is 10 years since I began my journey from a place of rock bottom, pathetic. I got to that place where I thought, fuck it, my life is going nowhere. I was into girls because I'm a guy, and I was never going to get girls 10 years ago. You know, no way. No fucking way. You know, or maybe you're really not attractive at all. No, not even that, man. Not even that. I was so bad. I had no social socialize normally. I couldn't even have normal friends, let alone fucking relationships with girls. Holy shit, this was 10 years ago. But it's taken that long. It's taken 10 years, yeah, but now I'm at a level of proficiency with socializing with strangers now that I'm pretty damn good at it. It's actually a mastery I don't talk about. I'm pretty fucking funny, witty. I post up on Facebook now. I'm pretty funny, witty, and charming when I want to be, you know? I can just talk to anyone on the streets and give value, whether that be an old woman, or a young person, or a girl I fancy, or even a guy is fucking friends with anybody. And I've got that skill. It comes from a place of practice. Like, a stranger's not a threat to me anymore. A stranger's not someone that's judging me. It's the other way around. I know I've learned how to give value. But it's only taken 10 years. That's my point. My point is, it takes a long time. And I remember when I first started doing this, approaching strangers and asking basic shit and getting outside my head, I was with the goal at the beginning to like chat up girls. Thinking, oh, well, I love to sleep with girls. 10 years ago, man, like I was in that low mindset. Like, I thought if I slept with girls, it could fix my problems, my darkness inside my brain. Now I don't look at it like that at all. Now there's no darkness but light. But anyway, I remember the first few years, I was so annoyed that I was taking action, and I was taking more action than most people. I was constantly practicing talking to strangers and getting no results. Like, girls weren't liking me, but I was just doing it anyway. I was just constantly. And I remember being frustrated. I remember this so well. The first few years, because I knew I was taking more action than most people. I was like, I've always been like this, extremely disciplined, and I was taking so much action, but getting no results. And I was like, fucking hell, man. I'm taking more action than everyone that I know around me. I'm into self-help now. I'm doing all I can, and I'm still getting no results. And I came home and I was so frustrated. It took me like up to like 2-3 years ago, 7 or 8 years into this, to actually enjoy the process, even though I wasn't getting that spectacular results. And even, I'm not even now. I learned to love the process, but what I'm telling you is it's really hard at the beginning of a journey, whether it be physical, emotional health, self-improvement. It's really hard. It was hard for me, because I was in the wrong mindset. I was in the mindset of the masses, that I wanted quick results for my effort, and I didn't understand that the joy in life comes from the mastery. The joy in life comes from the fast we do and coming up in health, coming up in emotional health, coming up in physical health, coming up in self-improvement. hobbies, getting better at a skill, whether I play the guitar, if you do that for 20 years, 10 years, you're going to get really good at it. Like, if you talk to strangers non-stop every time you're out the house, you're going to get really fucking good at it. Like, it's weird to me that I can be in this position where I can be charming, funny, and witty outside in public to strangers. And it's normal and weird. It's normal because that's who I am now, but from 10 years ago, that is fucking weird. The transformation is ridiculous. Yeah, 10 years of practice, but now it's so integrated into my personality. It's not something I have to use the willpower. It's not faking it. Whereas at the beginning, I would argue I was using the fake it till you make it. I was doing the right thing. I encourage people to fake it till you make it. I really do. That's a great one. Fake it till you make it, because eventually you'll stop faking it. And now I don't fake it. Now I just am this charming guy. Now I am this confident guy. I'm practicing it for such a long time that now it's me, and now I don't need to think about it. But I recognize at the same time, I can take a step back and recognize they can do this. They have to, anyone can. You just have to put in the practice. Yeah, anything you want in life. This is the message I want to get across here. It takes time, but anything you want in life, you can achieve. It's just going to take a long time, a long slog. What looks easy to me now, go up to a beautiful girl, get to know her, and get her into me, and start a conversation, and you know, all these kind of shit I can do. It's only because I practiced it. It's not because people look at me and may think, oh well, he's always been like this. No. I've not always been like this. I've not always been sociable and funny or whatever. I've not always been this self-improvement guy, this physical health, emotional guy. I've had to practice it. I've had to slog it out. I've had to rough it out. Yeah. I've not always had it. Now it's normal to me, but at the same time I recognize it's not normal. It's because I took so much action I didn't stop. It's become my personality now just to be extreme in the action I take, in a way of looking at it. And at the same time, I also know how to kick back and appear normal to people. So I can have fun with people and not be serious. And not take life too seriously. But that's joking around with people and having a light conversations with people. You know, non-serious with the non-woke people. I can do that too. I can be funny and stupid, you know, same as everyone else. As long as I don't have to spend too much time with people, I'm fine. With normal people, that does great on me if I spend too much time with normal people, because my mind wants to talk about deep things. So, you know, if I'm on a train and people are having a conversation next to me that's really superficial and stupid, then, yeah, it's going to annoy me if I'm not engaged in that conversation, because that's not who I am, and I have to listen to talking about celebrities and mindless bullshit. But I detour a little bit. Mastery takes time. It really does, but it's worth the effort. I'm so glad that I don't care if it took me 10 years to become who I am today. I don't care how long it's going to take. I look forward to the next 10 years because every single action you take builds on this beautiful thing called the brain. What you're doing in effect with mastery is you're rewiring old neural pathways to different ones. I had to rewire depression and suicide and darkness and low self-esteem, making it all about little me. Yeah? Oh, little me. My fucking problems. Yeah? And that manifested. Little fucking Harry. He's got the worst problems in the fucking world. Yeah? Oh, just me. Fucking hell. Why God me? Why fucking God me? Yeah? That was all bullshit. That manifested in physical body mannerisms. Weird shit. Couldn't look in the eye. Had to look down on the streets. Completely scared of strangers. And I still have scars of that damage today, 10 years later. That's how bad it was. I still carry the scars. However, I don't care, because I can practice being awesome at the same time. My scars our wounds, our purpose, yeah, lies hidden in our wounds. That is the truth. Your purpose lies hidden in our wounds. The scars is what made us. We don't really want the scars to go away completely. I've thought about this, and I used to think, if it all went away, my weirdness, my edginess, my damage around stream, my fight or flight, if it all went away, it'll be all alright. Harry, mate, if it all went away, you'd be fucking normal. Do you really want to be normal? No. Because I walk around, I'll be honest, I walk around now, and I'm sure you guys are the same, I don't see myself as a normal person anymore. I never have, but especially now, I just don't walk around, and I see myself as a special individual who's taken a lot of action and been broken more than most people. I see someone that's been broken and damaged more than most people, and because he's been damaged more than most people, he had to get off his arse and take a lot of action, and that's all I've ever been doing. Just taking action, improving on myself, and now it's normal. One thing I want to add, people often stop us. Our friends and family and oldest friends and family are going to try and stop you on your journey to to growth, whether that be self-improvement, physical health, emotional health, don't fast, you're going to fucking die, and all that shit. Now, people do this because they're afraid of other people changing. In fact, you all know something? I'm afraid of other people changing for the better too. There's a part of me that understands why our friends and family are afraid of us growing as individuals. And I understand that because I have that too. I get like that too. I'm afraid of my own friends sometimes. But what I do is, because I know about self-improvement, because I know my deepest desire is for other people to succeed and to become the best versions of self, I don't let my lower self stop me. So even though I feel like, my friends, I might lose them if they grow, I feel that too. I don't let that stop me. I let my higher self, and I encourage people. I always encourage people. I let my higher self dictate. Now, what family and the people that don't understand us do is they don't understand the concept. They understand the concept of higher and lower self, so they will rather do anything in their power to stop you becoming the best, so that they selfishly can feel comfortable about their life choices and who they are and who they decide to be. In order to feel comfortable within themselves, they must project and they must stop you from growing and becoming a better person. It's very sad, but I don't judge it too much now because I have that too. And I'm sure you guys too. I just openly admitted that. Like, even, I'll give you an example. My mum has been losing weight now steadily from a mainstream program for a number of... I told her about it too. I went and said, go to Slim Watches and lose weight. And that was my higher self speaking. But of course, I thought to myself, oh damn, what happens when she does lose weight? Is she still going to be the same mum because she's a bit fatter and a little bit thinner? And all this shit went through my mind. But I always let my higher self... These are key advice what I'm giving here. I know you guys know this already, but your higher self, let it encourage other people. Your higher self knows what's best. Your higher self is connection with people. So you want to encourage other people. Even if you don't feel it sometimes, I will always encourage other people. But beyond that, your higher self is what dictates your action you take in life for yourself. Not only for encouraging other people, for you. Yeah? And this is why we never make decisions when we're angry. Never make big decisions in life, on your own fucking life, when you're angry. Because in lower states of vibration, of anger and bitterness, you will make the wrong decision. That's lower self. I want it from a position of higher self. Yeah, I'm always... I'm not perfect. I tip into lower self a lot, My lower self is very competitive, but I don't let that stop me. I always focus on, I want to become a better person. I'm stepping into a better human being constantly, yeah? And it's a slow process, and another thing, it's not a process where you're going to receive validation. If you want to receive validation for stepping into this process, you better go and find something else, because you won't get it. This is when we're talking about, say for example, changing your mindset from really fucking depressed and dark to really super positive and happy. That's called a mastery of rewiring brains, but that's invisible. People can't see that shit unless people have been with you since the beginning. People can't see that shit, man. People can't see that. Like, people see you like a stranger sees you as you are now. So you've always been like that. That's how people see you now, as you've always been. But the changes that go on, the neurochemistry, can be fucking crazy and fucking transformational. But just making a point, it's not for validation. It's for you and how you feel and your own journey. It's all invisible shit. And mastery is invisible shit, mostly. Unless you're going to become, like a famous pianist or whatever, then it's a lot of invisible shit. Like, I don't take a camera and go around and you see me like, being stupid and fucking funny and charming on the streets. I don't do that. It's all for me. It's for me, man. It's for me because I enjoy it. I am a human being. I enjoy giving value to people. I've had to learn how to give value to people from not knowing how to socialize and give value. I've had to learn. And you know what? That makes good teachers too. Because there's people that are naturally good at socializing and confident and naturally charming and naturally funny and naturally witty. Now, those people are good to learn from. I learn from naturally good people. But you know what? There's another type that's non-naturally those shit. And I'll tell you what, those types that are non-naturally, I've had to learn how to do it from. I've had to figure psychology out of people and myself and come up. So I can teach it to other people. That's the point of mastery. Like this, and you spend a lot of time, and it's not unconscious competence. It's not unconscious competence. It's conscious competence. Huge difference, right? Unconsciously competent. If you're just a happy person, a really happy guy, well done. You're fucking lucky. That's not me in life. That's not any of us watching. I hope. Well, not hope. I just don't think it is. You know, we've been broken. We're not naturally happy. We've had these things go wrong, and it's beautiful to learn the process. And I think that's where the joy of life comes from. Having to being fucked up and having to learn how to unfuck yourself. That's been for me personally the most beautiful mastery. Having to unlearn how basically having to learn how I fucked myself up, and then having to unfuck myself slowly but surely. That's been the greatest joy in life for me. And from that, like I said, purpose lies hidden in your wounds. Your wounds scar you, and then you come out of the wound stage, and you heal. And then once you've healed, you can teach other people how to heal, and you become, in effect, a healer. Have you guys seen the memes about people saying that the stages of heal the healer is just someone that's damaged. It's decided to heal themselves, and now they can go and heal other people. That's true. That's all that we are here for. In my opinion, to grow, become better people, to heal ourselves consciously. Because if you do it unconsciously, you can't teach other people. You still get the benefits because you've healed, but it's the conscious process that's fucking beautiful. And then you help other people. You give your gifts. Your gifts is your wounds. Who was the person you needed the most when you're going through the worst days of your life? Do you remember those days when you're going through the worst of your life? And you've got to become the person that you were when you were going through the worst days of your life. So I've had to become the person because no one was there in the mainstream to help me. My problems and my fucked up brain. People knew about talking therapy. That wasn't enough. That was too mainstream. I had to figure shit out for myself. I literally did have to figure shit out for myself. Now, I'm kind of lying a little bit because it's divinity. I believe that consciousness woke me up, and consciousness gave me the right people with the right information at the right time. So it's not really me. I can't take credit for it. I don't think any of us can. That's my opinion. You might disagree with it and say that it's all you and there's no such thing as consciousness and God. But I'd say that actually we've been chosen. We've been chosen to walk this path, and we get synchronicities to get us to this point so that we can help other people. I know from my point, my life, I met the right people at exactly the right moment in time to get me to this point. Now I look at everything as perfection and don't look at it as an accident. I mean, there's been too many accidents, too many coincidences, too many of them, too many random moments of the right people at the right time for me to say that it's all me. But I'm going all over the place with it, by the way. I wanted to talk about mastery, but I'm into... I appreciate you guys watching. I get to talk about self-improvement a little bit. Fucking hell. The physical health guy talking about... It's all linked, mate. It's all linked. Physical health and emotional health. Primarily now, I've realised now that I'm into this physical health because of damage to my right side of my brain, which was linked into physical health, don't get me wrong, but it's more emotional health. So I'm going to be doing a lot more emotional health stuff and carrying on with my self-improvement. I can't stop, really becoming a more sociable, improving my social skills is so important for me at this stage. I think it'll always be. I just love it. I love learning people, subsets of people, and just being sociable. Even though I'm introverted, naturally introverted person. But I enjoy extrovertism, but I need to recharge by myself. But I really do enjoy that time around other people. It's just I can't do it too much, unless it's my soul family. So, yeah, life's a journey, not a destination. Exactly, Mark, that's so fucking true. And it's a beautiful journey, of duality. That's why duality's here. Duality's here, the good and evil, up and down. Duality's here because we as humans are meant to grow and learn lessons here on this earth. That's why duality exists. Yeah, that's why there's not one consciousness, one love. Because quite frankly, there's no lessons to be learnt. There's no up and down in one consciousness. Only in duality can you fuck up, experience darkness, and learn lessons and grow. And same with the earth. The only way the earth can grow is from this duality. The same with human beings. That's why duality fucking exists. For the piece of one consciousness to have a look at itself and observe its creation, and then for one other consciousness to play a little game in its playground with its creation called humans and everything else, the trees and everything. But especially consciousness wants to play games with the humans. This is my opinion. You don't have to agree. But consciousness has created the humans as the ultimate version of duality, and consciousness has created us to play as a playground for us to learn lessons, and that's why we receive synchronicities and all that shit, because the good forces are trying to be evil forces. The good forces are playing in our favor so that we can grow, connect with each other, and learn and grow. And then the evil forces, the psychopaths, are also ironically teaching us loads of lessons. But that's how I feel. Yeah, consciousness is here to observe itself in the playground through us, and we are the ultimate expression of duality as humans. And we came here to learn lessons. And boy, there's two things any one person is doing at one moment in time. They're either becoming a better human, growing, or they're not. And unfortunately, I see a lot of people that have settled to a comfort zone. It's the Matrix's fault. I don't blame them. It's the Matrix. And life is tough anyway. But a lot of people are not growing, and they're stagnant, and they're just... Life is so tough that, people are going downhill. And it's scary. It's all the people out there. They're all going, including my family, man. I'm not trying to be mean to nobody. Just is what it is. In the playground of duality, what makes it beautiful is that we're coming up. I love coming up. The journey of coming up is one of the most exciting things in the world, and it can make me cry because it's quite emotional. I feel quite blessed that I've been woken up and I'm on this journey of transformation, and I have an opportunity to impact and make a difference in the world. I already am. We all are. But, I have an opportunity to become really a crazy, better, much better version of myself constantly. And, I just look at what other people are doing, going down, and that kind of scares me a little bit. And that scares me enough to not go down, going up, because I can't now. I don't want to... I see what it does to other people, and I just don't like it. But it's tough, duality, for all of us, including for them and for us, coming up. There's always going to be problems and issues and stuff. Anyway, I'm talking way too long. Again! Definitely charm and amazing person to the surface and not care what other people think about. The problem I find is that we've been conditioned since we are babies to not talk to strangers. My mum has told me, our parents tell us not to talk to strangers and shit, so we fear talking to strangers. For example, when we have to remember, some of our closest friends on Facebook and in real life were strangers at one point. Everybody was. What's a fucking stranger? You just gotta bring out the fucking practice, man. Practice these stupid unconditioning mindsets of like, no, I'm not going to listen to what my mum said was 5-year-old. I've been carrying around as a 30-year-old man. I'm afraid to talk to girls. I'm afraid of strangers. No, fuck that shit. I'm going to become my own man and rewire mindsets of people are dangerous, people are scary. No, people's all good-natured at heart, isn't it? And yeah, Mark, we always set ourselves up to meet the right people. It's no joke. And that's one of the huge reasons why I'm no longer atheist since 2014. Because I figured out, finally, that there are no accidents. And you do meet the right people for the right reason at exactly the right time. Everybody does. For your journey, which you want. Or even if you don't want it, you're going to receive the journey and the life plan, in my opinion. It's already been set for you, the life plan. You just have to walk into it. And everyone's walking into their life plan. Some people are walking into a life plan where they're going to be asleep and have to come back here, or they're just going to be asleep their entire lives. That's a lot of people. Some of them have got a chance, some of us have got a chance to fucking, to really keep meeting the right people and keep doing the right things and make a difference in this world. Everyone makes a difference, in my opinion. Everybody makes a difference, because life is so fucking tough. You can't not make a difference by interacting and being around people. You're making a difference in people's lives. And because 99.9% of people are good-natured at heart, we're all giving value. Every being is a value giver, It's just the question is how much of an impact you want to have. Do you want to keep it small, an impact? Do you want to just die? This is a huge fear of mine. Do I want to die with like 5 people coming to my funeral? Yeah, my mum, dad, and 2 close friends, and that's it. In the rain, and 5 people, and saying, yeah, he had a good life, Harry, but he didn't do much. Didn't do fucking much, He was a good person though. That's my fear. That's my fear. And you could argue that's ego. What I'd say to you is it was never my destiny when I was that broken and that damaged to think, oh, do you know what? I put so much effort to get out of this situation. I just want to be, have 5 people come to my funeral from 0. No, I don't think so. I want to make a fucking difference in the world, and being woke and knowing shit about physical health, emotional health, and self-improvement, and being inspiration to people, even from the point of view of suicide, depression, and now kind of socially fucking normal. That took a huge amount of effort. That in itself, and I'm proud. If you saw me 10, 15 years ago, the people at school, the people that knew me at school, unfortunately, I'm not friends with any of them. I'm friends with them on Facebook. I never met them. They're the ones to be like shocked, like, because they remember what I was like at school. Very few people know me as this weird guy that was really fucking socially anxious and really fucking weird and really just scared of life and people and afraid. Of course, you don't know me because I've only come up into this communities for a recent time, isn't it? But it's important to make myself relatable because I'm not a fucking guru, man, at all. I'm a human being that's damaged more than most. I think we all are, but I'm fucking severely damaged. People understand this. This is why I go meet people in my health community too, so that you don't get this idea that I'm fucking this guru guy. I'm damaged. People can tell when they meet me. There's some damage there. Imagine, I'll give an example. Imagine you kick out a dog, and this dog gets kicked by its owner constantly, and it's got this like fucking tick shit. That's how I am in real life. I've just got this weird shit about me. Yeah, it's weird. It's weird, but it's who I am. So I accept it. I accept who I am because you have to. What's awesome about you love, but you can't just undo what's behind you because that's made you who you are. So, yes. Anyway, way too long. Thanks for watching on Self-Help Mastery. Just keep going, guys. Like, we're all here for a reason. You're watching my videos, I watch your videos, I encourage you, you encourage me for a reason. We meet up, all this shit. It's all happening for a reason, for the betterment of man, yeah? For the betterment of society. That I know a lot of you. I meet up with all the people that I haven't met up in. One of my dreams before I go is I want to meet up with many people on Facebook that I haven't possible. And beyond that, I'd like to know a lot of you, like, follow your journeys into old man and old woman. Like, as we get older, I'd like to see you guys grow as human beings and say that I knew you. Do you remember when we were friends on Facebook? When it was like 50, 60 years ago. It's exciting, man. You guys are my new friends. Yeah, you're my new friends. I didn't have any friends at school at all, and I've lost all contact, so I've had to reestablish. In a way, that's lucky because I didn't have to lose old friends. Old friends holding me back. I had no one holding me back. I just could go forward because I had nothing to lose. I had nothing, so I had nothing to lose. So I consider that another blessing too. I didn't have any old friends holding me back and saying, "Oh, you can't do this," and Harry, you're not real because you're changing, and oh, now you're talking to people, now you're becoming more confident. No. My family, yes, they've had to witness the change, but change is slow enough that people don't freak out generally. Personality changes, especially, they take such a long time to change your personality that people won't freak out. People only freak out a little bit if you change too fast, right? That's how people know when you do ecstasy and LSD, by the way. People know you've done ecstasy LSD because you change your mood way too much, so people know you're on drugs. That's how you're on drugs. But normally, personality changes, physical health changes, emotional health changes, self-improvement changes, mindset changes, value changes, belief changes, confidence changes take a long time. So therefore, it tends to not freak people out too much. And therefore, people think, oh, that's genuine. Well, sometimes people get annoyed anyway, but you can't win them all, can you? Yes, and a go you got. All right, thanks for watching. I appreciate you guys. I've enjoyed this one. Thank you. I'm feeling very self-helpy improvement and kind of proud of myself today. That's why I wanted to make it. And as always, I don't make videos for nothing, for just myself. So even if it's just one of you watching, I appreciate it very much. And yeah, I hope you got some value out of it. And just don't give up. Don't fucking give up. Giving up on mastery and giving up on what you want in life is really stupid because we're all going to die anyway. So you might give it a shot and go for it, right? We're all going to die on this planet. So, in this divinity, in the dualistic based system. And I think life's going to be easier when you die because you go back, whatever you want to believe, reincarnation, I think it's going to be easier. The tough part of life is the duality and learning lessons and going through shit. It's so hard for the non-woke people that they won't even wake themselves up when they have the opportunity. But it's hard for us too. But it's enjoyable and I fucking love it, I really do. You're gonna die, so you might as well try. Yeah. And you might as well keep going. Alright, on that note, thank you very much for watching. I appreciate you.